After a couple years of waiting, Ubisoft has finally announced a new Assassin's Creed called Mirage. With a release date set for October, Assassin's Creed Mirage looks to be one of the best installments of the franchise and is going to take the game right back to its core roots. In this video, we'll tell you everything there is to know about Mirage, from the release date to the parkour and movement system. And trust me, you don't want to miss a second of this one. First and foremost, let's talk about the release date. In a recent statement, Ubisoft said that Mirage will be ready to buy on the 12th of October of 2023, and you'll be able to play it on pretty much any device, including old-gen consoles and PC through the Ubisoft store. There are going to be 3 different editions available to buy when Mirage hits the shelves. The standard edition just contains the vanilla game and will set you back $50. The deluxe edition includes the Prince of Persia DLC and costs $60. And if you want the whole hog, you can splash out $150 on the limited collector's case. This thing contains a 32cm figurine of Basim, the protagonist of Mirage. You'll also get a map of Baghdad, which is where the game is set, an exclusive steelbook, and a few other goodies like an eagle mount skin. Oh, and one more thing, if you decide to pre-order Assassin's Creed Mirage, you'll be rewarded with exclusive access to a side quest called 40 Thieves. The quest is definitely a homage to the tale of Ali Baba and the 40 Thieves from the story 1001 Nights. Fans of Valhalla are going to love the storyline of Assassin's Creed Mirage. Mirage will take place around 20 years before the events of Valhalla in the 9th century. During this period, one of the last cells of the Order of the Ancients will transform into the Templar Order, and the Hidden Ones will transform into the Assassin's Brotherhood that we encounter in the very first game. The story will focus on Basim and his youth before he joined the Hidden Ones. We're going to see what he's got up to before joining this group and essentially witness one of the strongest assassins grow up in an age of violence and fear. There have also been leaks that we may find out how Basim became a reincarnation of Loki, which would be awesome. Another key character in the game is Roshan, who becomes Basim's mentor and a prominent figure throughout the course of the story. Players will get to travel to Alamut, which is the Hidden One's fortress located in northern Iran. This is definitely going to be one of the coolest settings in the entire franchise, and we're extremely excited for Mirage from this part of the story alone. Now, if you haven't played Valhalla yet, this next part is going to contain spoilers, so you've been warned. Towards the end of the story, players will learn that Eivor is a reincarnation of Odin, Sigurd is a reincarnation of Tyr, and Basim is a reincarnation of Loki. After this is learned, Basim attacks Eivor but fails as he becomes trapped in a first Civ device. Then, in the present day, Layla accidentally frees Basim, who just so happens to have the Staff of Hermes in his hand. With the staff equipped, he tries to meet William Miles, and that is all we know so far. So yeah, this story is going to be wild, and it'll help with your understanding if you played the earlier games, but Ubisoft has mentioned that even if you're new to the franchise, you should be able to understand the main story very easily. Now, one of the most important parts of any Assassin's Creed game is the map. Being able to run around in a beautiful city with all the little details just makes for a much better gaming experience. And from the looks of things, Mirage is not going to disappoint here. The map will encompass the 9th century city of Baghdad, which at the time was one of the most popular cities in the world. Ubisoft has done its research to make the map as accurate as possible too, by studying various documentation and historical artifacts. Now, the map is going to be considerably smaller than what we've been used to in recent Assassin's Creed games like Odyssey and Origins, and this is probably due to the fact that Mirage is taking a step away from the open world formula and back to a more basic, story-driven approach. And with the smaller map comes more depth and detail, so the city of Baghdad will probably feel more immersive than the maps of recent games, despite its size. The city itself will be divided into 4 main districts. Right now, we know that there will be an industrial district called Kark, and a huge area of gardens. The city itself will be very busy, and Ubisoft even said that the NPCs will react to everything that you do, which should make for some interesting interactions. The final POI that we know of about right now is Alamut, located just outside the city. This is definitely going to be one of the coolest parts of the entire map. Now, Ubisoft has really emphasized a step back to Assassin's Creed roots with Mirage, so parkour and movement are going to be some of the most important mechanics of the game. The main way that players will move through the city of Baghdad will be traversing rooftops and climbing buildings, and Ubisoft has promised that this parkour will feel smoother and quicker than ever before. In fact, Jean-Luc Sala recently had this to say about the parkour mechanics. We have sped up the pace of parkour so that players feel agile and empowered when traversing the city. Mirage will also contain some of the animations and parkour moves from earlier games, including the corner swing and vault. There will even be a few new parkour moves such as the pole vault, which will help you get over larger obstacles. Stealth will be your best friend in Assassin's Creed Mirage, and the stealth system has been completely reworked to allow for optimal sneaking. To accommodate stealthy gameplay, Ubisoft has completely reworked the detection systems to allow for more feedback. The city of Baghdad has been designed with stealth in mind, so there will be plenty of angles for stealth attacks. All in all, the stealth system in Mirage should feel very similar to that of the first Assassin's Creed. Find your target, take him out, and vanish. Ubisoft has kept most of the combat information pretty close to its chest, so we don't know exactly how combat will work in Mirage. But from the walkthrough and trailer, we can confirm a few things. Firstly, chain assassinations are back. A chain assassination, for those that don't know, is basically where you take out multiple targets in one sequence, and it is one of the coolest animations you'll ever see in a game, so this is very good news. It looks as if Basim will be able to teleport to his enemies as well. In the trailer, we saw Basim enter a state of eagle vision to target enemies before literally launching himself at them and teleporting between targets. This combat ability looks to be extremely powerful and will definitely help with the stealthy approach that Mirage is encouraging. In addition, Mirage will bring a completely new combat mechanic called Assassin Focus. This will enhance your current abilities further for a short while and looks pretty similar to the abilities that Cassandra could use back in Odyssey. Basim will have a bunch of different weapons to play with in Mirage, mainly focusing on stealth kills. Of course, the hidden blade will always be equipped under your arm, making stealth kills easy. Beyond this, Basim will have access to blow darts, throwing knives, and bombs. Now, this hasn't been confirmed yet, but in the trailer, we did see Basim wield both a sword and a dagger. This could be a hint of a new dual-wield weapon type, which could make for some very interesting combat mechanics. The deluxe edition also shows a skin for your mount, suggesting that horses will play a big role in Mirage. And this could open up some options for mounted combat, which would be absolutely awesome. Again, this is all speculation, and none of this has been confirmed. We don't have very much information on all the tools at your disposal right now. One tool that has been confirmed is the detection mine, which will release a cloud of smoke when stepped on. This will help you figure out movement patterns or could even be used to cover your back as you move through a dense area. Players will also have access to a noisemaker, which will help distract enemies so you can move forward undetected. There will no longer be a tool leveling and XP system in Assassin's Creed Mirage. Instead, you'll have to travel to the Musa brothers in the city to upgrade and improve your tools and weapons, and this should keep things simple and easy. There will also be a skill tree mechanic, allowing you to choose a path for your weapon and tool upgrades. This feature will help you customize your gear to your specific playstyle and has been used in other Assassin's Creed games with good success. Now, of course, we have to talk about assassinations. Assassinations have always been a massive part of Assassin's Creed. Hence the name. However, over the past few years, it feels like assassinations have become less and less important. Luckily, this is changing with Mirage, and Ubisoft have ensured that assassinating targets will be the backbone of the game. Mirage will bring a new type of mission called Black Box Missions. In these missions, you'll be given a target that you need to assassinate. How you choose to find your target is completely up to you. You can run across rooftops, blend in with the people of Baghdad, or go hell for leather and tear through the streets with your weapons blazing. This freedom of choice will allow you to play the game according to your own unique playstyle, which is pretty neat. Mirage will also contain completely new assassination animations, new assassin tools that can be upgraded, and even new traps which can be placed anywhere in the environment. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I have some exciting news. The Assassin Bureau system is returning for the first time since Assassin's Creed 1. In the gameplay walkthrough shared by Ubisoft, we saw Basim enter one of these bureaus, and the dialogue implied that there will be multiple bureaus hidden across the city. This is a big feature for a couple of reasons. Firstly, these bureaus are going to be very useful. Instead of having to travel to one base location, you're going to have loads dotted around the map. This will make traveling across the city even easier, and receiving new missions will be likewise as painless. Bureaus are also going to be incredibly nostalgic for longtime Creed fans, and will make the game that much closer to the first installment, which has remained one of the greatest in the entire franchise. So that's everything that you need to know ahead of the anticipated release of Assassin's Creed Mirage. While you wait for its release, why not check out our recent video explaining how every assassin got their hidden blades? We hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you in the next one.